If you're over 40 and wondering what women actually find attractive and how a man dresses, you're definitely not alone. Listen, I get countless messages from guys asking the same thing. What do women really want to see? And here's the thing, the fact that you're even thinking about this puts you miles ahead of most men your age. Most guys stop caring about their appearance after 40, thinking they're past the point where it matters. But you're here because you understand that how you present yourself still matters, maybe more than ever. Today, I'm going to share with you the 7 wardrobe choices that women consistently tell me make a man over 40 look incredibly attractive. These aren't trends that'll be outdated next year or advice pulled from some fashion magazine. These are real insights from real conversations with women about what actually catches their attention and keeps it. And before you think this means spending thousands on a complete wardrobe overhaul or trying to dress like someone half your age, it doesn't. Most of this is about making smarter choices with what you probably already own, plus a few strategic additions that make all the difference. The truth is, women over 30 aren't impressed by the same things that catch a 25-year-old's eye. They're looking for signs of maturity, confidence, and self-respect. They want to see that you take care of yourself without trying too hard. And that's exactly what we're going to cover. Tip number 1, the perfect fit foundation. Let's start with something that can instantly transform how attractive you look. And it's not what you buy, it's how it fits your body. Here's what I hear from women over and over again. I don't care if his shirt costs $20 or $200. If it fits him perfectly, he looks amazing. And then they'll add something like, but when I see a man in an expensive shirt that hangs wrong on him, it actually makes him look less put together than the guy in the well-fitted basics. The truth is, a well-fitted basic outfit will always beat expensive clothes that hang wrong on your body. Always. And this becomes even more important after 40 because your body has likely changed since your 20s, and what used to fit well might not anymore. So what does perfect fit actually mean? Let's break this down piece by piece, because getting this right is the foundation everything else builds on. For shirts, whether we're talking dress shirts or casual button-downs, the fit should follow the line of your torso without being skin tight. You want it to skim your body, close enough to show you have a shape, loose enough to move comfortably. The shoulder seam should sit right at the edge of your shoulder, not hanging off creating a droopy look, not pulling tight across your back. This is non-negotiable because shoulder fit can't be easily altered. Your sleeves should end where your wrist meets your hand, showing just a hint of any watch you're wearing. Too long, and you look like you're borrowing someone else's clothes. Too short, and it looks like you've outgrown what you're wearing. For pants, and this is where a lot of men over 40 go wrong, they should sit comfortably at your natural waist, not below your belly trying to hide it, not pulled up too high making you look older than you are. The rise should be comfortable and flattering. The legs should have a slight taper without being skinny. You're not trying to look like a teenager, you're trying to look like a well-dressed adult man. The hem length matters enormously. Your pants should just graze the top of your shoes with a slight break, that small fold where the fabric meets the shoe. Too long and you look sloppy. Too short and you look like you're expecting a flood. Women notice these details, even if they can't articulate exactly what looks right. They just know when a man looks put together versus thrown together. It's the difference between someone who clearly pays attention to how he presents himself and someone who just grabbed whatever was available. The best investment you can make. Find a good tailor and build a relationship with them. Even basic clothes from mid-range stores can look expensive when they fit your body perfectly. It's usually $15 to $30 per piece to get something tailored, and the difference is honestly night and day. Here's something most men don't realize. Tailoring isn't just about making things smaller. A good tailor can adjust proportions to be more flattering for your body type. They can take in a waist, adjust sleeve length, hem pants to the perfect length, even adjust the taper of trouser legs. These small changes compound to make you look significantly more polished. And here's the thing about fit. It affects how you carry yourself. When your clothes fit properly, you stand taller, move more confidently. Women absolutely notice this difference in body language and confidence. Here's the thing though, while fit is your foundation, there's something even more specific that women say makes them take notice immediately when a man walks into a room. Tip number 2, the scent signature. Now, this might seem obvious, but let me tell you why most men get this completely wrong, and why getting it right can be absolutely magnetic. Women consistently rank a man's scent as one of the most attractive things about him. But here's where guys mess up. They either overdo it with cologne, thinking more is better, or they think body spray from the drugstore is enough to make an impression. Neither approach works, especially for men over 40 who should understand subtlety and sophistication. The secret is layers and quality. You want your scent to be discovered, not announced from across the room. First, First, let's talk about your base layer, being completely clean. This isn't optional at 40 plus. It's non-negotiable. Fresh breath, clean teeth, showered body, clean clothes, properly maintained shoes. Women tell me that nothing kills attraction faster than a man who doesn't smell fresh. But when you smell subtly amazing, it's magnetic in a way that's hard to explain. Now, for fragrance specifically, invest in one really good fragrance, not 5 different ones you rotate through trying to match your mood, not a collection you've built up over years. One signature scent that becomes part of who you are. When women think of you, they should be able to recall that specific pleasant scent. Here's how to apply it correctly. Your pulse points are key. Behind your ears, on your wrists, maybe a light touch on your chest. The rule is simple. If someone can smell your cologne from more than arm's length away, you've used too much. The goal is for someone to catch your scent when they're close enough for conversation, not when you walk into a room. But here's what most men miss entirely. Your scent isn't just about cologne. It's about all the products you use creating a cohesive, pleasant impression. Your soap, your deodorant, your laundry detergent. These all contribute to your overall scent profile. Think about it this way. Your scent is often the first impression you make when you enter a room, and it's the last thing someone remembers when you leave. Make it count, but make it subtle. The key is finding a fragrance that works with your natural chemistry. What smells incredible on your friend might not work for you at all. Test it properly. Don't just smell it from the bottle. Wear it for a full day. See how it develops on your skin. Pay attention to how it changes over time. Here's something women specifically mentioned that surprised me. They love when a man's scent is consistent. It becomes part of your personal brand, part of what makes you memorable. When they smell that particular fragrance months later, they think of you. That's powerful. Quality matters here more than you might think. A well-made fragrance will smell different on your skin than a cheap one. It will develop more complex notes throughout the day rather than just smelling like alcohol and artificial scent. Women can tell the difference, even if they can't articulate exactly what it is. And here's a practical tip. Don't make fragrance decisions when you're shopping. Your nose gets overwhelmed quickly. Take home samples. Try them in your normal environment. See how they work with your body chemistry and daily routine. Women also mention timing. Wearing fragrance should feel natural, not like you're putting on a costume. It should be as automatic as putting on deodorant, part of how you prepare yourself for the day. But speaking of personal branding and making intentional choices, there's one color choice that women say instantly makes a man look more sophisticated and attractive, and it might not be what you expect. Tip number 3, the power of navy. Let me share something that might surprise you. When I ask women what color makes a man look most attractive, navy comes up more than any other color. Not black, not gray, not even classic white, navy. Here's why this matters specifically for men over 40. Navy is sophisticated without trying too hard. It's mature without being boring. It's versatile enough for almost any situation, and it makes your eyes look more defined while complementing virtually every skin tone. It's the color equivalent of being effortlessly well-dressed. But here's where most guys go wrong. They think any dark blue will do, or they don't understand how to use navy strategically in their wardrobe. The secret is choosing the right shade of navy and incorporating it in the right proportions. For shirts, look for a navy that's rich and deep, not too bright like a royal blue, not so dark it looks black in certain lighting. This works whether you're wearing a suit, a casual button-down, or even a well-fitted polo. The key is that rich, deep navy that looks intentional and expensive. Women specifically mention that navy makes a man look more mature and put together compared to other colors. It suggests confidence without being flashy. It says you understand classic style without being stuck in the past. Here's a practical approach. Start building your wardrobe around navy as a foundation color. Navy blazer, navy chinos, navy sweater, navy casual shirt. These become your go-to pieces that you can mix with almost anything else in your closet. The beauty of navy is its incredible versatility. Pair it with white for classic sophistication that works from business meetings to dinner dates. Add gray for modern elegance that's perfect for casual Fridays. Combine it with cream or tan for a more relaxed but polished look that's ideal for weekends. Even navy with navy can work beautifully when you vary the textures and shades slightly. Women also mention that navy photographs incredibly well, so whether you're on a date, at a business dinner, or just taking photos with friends and family, navy makes you look sharp and intentional without being overly formal or trying too hard. And unlike black, which can sometimes look too formal or harsh for everyday wear, navy has this warmth to it that women find approachable yet distinguished. Black can create distance. Navy creates connection while still being sophisticated. Think about the most stylish men you admire, whether they're actors, business leaders, or just well-dressed men you know personally. Chances are are, they wear a lot of navy. There's a reason for that. It just works across age groups, body types, and situations. Here's another advantage of navy that women mentioned. It works beautifully with both silver and gold accessories. Your watch, belt, shoes. Navy provides a neutral backdrop that makes your accessories look more intentional rather than competing with your clothes. The psychological impact matters too. Navy is associated with trust, reliability, and competence. These are attractive qualities in a mature man. You're not trying to be flashy or attention-grabbing. You're demonstrating that you're confident, reliable, and have good judgment. But while color choice is important, there's something about texture in your clothing that women say they find absolutely irresistible on a man over 40. Tip number 4. The texture advantage. Here's something most men never think about, but women absolutely notice and are drawn to: texture in your clothing. When I ask women what makes a man's outfit interesting and attractive, they consistently mention how different textures catch their eye and make them want to look closer. Smooth cotton, rich wool, soft cashmere, textured knits. These textures invite closer inspection and suggest quality and thoughtfulness. Here's why this is especially important for men over 40. Texture adds visual interest and sophistication without being loud or trying too hard. It's mature sophistication that doesn't require bright colors or trendy patterns. Let me give you some specific examples that women have mentioned. A wool blazer has a completely different feel and appearance than a cotton one. Women notice this richness and depth. A cashmere sweater doesn't just look expensive, it looks like something they'd want to touch, which creates an immediate, subtle connection. For casual wear, consider textured cotton shirts instead of flat, thin ones. Look for subtle weaves, slight texture in the fabric, maybe a cotton with a bit of linen blended in for visual interest. Even a basic Henley in a quality cotton with some texture looks infinitely more interesting and expensive than a thin, flat version from a big box store. Knit pieces are particularly effective for adding texture. A well-fitted merino wool sweater, a textured cotton pullover, even a quality knit polo. These pieces have dimension that makes your outfit more visually interesting and sophisticated. Here's what women specifically tell me about texture. They love when a man's clothes look like they feel as good as they look. It suggests attention to quality and detail, which translates to other areas of your life. A man who chooses quality textures is seen as someone who appreciates the finer things and takes care in his choices. The key is understanding how different textures work together. Smooth textures like fine cotton or silk can be balanced with rougher textures like wool or textured cotton. Hard textures like leather shoes can be softened with softer clothing textures. It's about creating visual and tactile interest without being overwhelming. Here's a practical tip. When you're shopping, don't just look at colors and fit. Touch the fabric. Hold it up to the light. Quality fabrics with interesting texture will immediately feel different from cheap alternatives. They'll have weight, substance, and visual depth that cheaper fabrics lack. Texture also photographs better. In an age where so much of our social interaction happens through photos, whether dating apps, social media, or professional headshots, textured fabrics create more visual interest and suggest quality even in photos. Women mention that texture works at every level of your outfit. Your shirt might have a subtle texture, your pants might be in a different but complementary texture, your jacket adds another layer. Even your accessories, a leather watch strap with visible grain, shoes with interesting texture, a belt with subtle texture. These details compound to create a more sophisticated overall appearance. The psychological impact of texture is interesting too. Quality textures suggest that you invest in yourself, that you appreciate craftsmanship, that you pay attention to details. These are all attractive qualities that suggest you'll bring the same attention to detail and quality to other aspects of your life. But texture isn't just about individual pieces, it's about how they work together. A smooth cotton shirt under a textured wool sweater creates visual interest. A textured knit under a smooth blazer adds depth without being loud. Here's something subtle but important. Different textures catch light differently. This creates visual interest that makes your outfit more dynamic and engaging. Women notice this even if they can't articulate exactly what looks right about your outfit. The key is subtlety and quality. You're not trying to wear a fuzzy sweater that screams for attention. You want textures that add richness and depth to your look. Textures that make women want to take a second look and maybe even imagine what those textures would feel like. But speaking of details that women notice, there's one specific element of your outfit that immediately signals whether you have your act together or not. Tip number 5. The shoe foundation. Let me tell you something women notice immediately but rarely mention directly. Your shoes. And I mean they notice everything about them. Here's what I hear consistently from women. You can tell everything about how a man takes care of himself yourself by looking at his shoes. Clean, quality shoes suggest you pay attention to details and respect yourself. Scuffed, cheap, or dirty shoes, well, they suggest the complete opposite. For men over 40, this becomes absolutely non-negotiable. You've reached an age where your shoes need to match your maturity level and demonstrate that you understand quality and presentation. But here's where most guys get this completely wrong. They think expensive automatically means attractive, or they think shoes don't matter as much as other parts of their outfit. Both assumptions are dead wrong. Clean, well-maintained shoes in classic styles will always beat expensive shoes that look neglected. Always. A well-cared-for pair of mid-range leather shoes will make a better impression than expensive designer shoes that are scuffed, dirty, or worn out. Let's talk about what actually works and what women specifically notice. For more formal occasions, leather dress shoes in brown or black are essential. But here's the key. They need to be in good condition. That means regular polishing, proper storage, and replacing them when they're worn beyond repair. Brown leather shoes are incredibly versatile and work with almost everything except black formal wear. They're more approachable and warm than black while still being sophisticated. Women mention that brown shoes suggest approachability combined with good taste. For casual wear, clean white sneakers, and I mean actually clean, not dingy or yellowed, can work well. But they need to be intentionally casual, not just athletic shoes you happen to wear with everything. Think quality leather or canvas sneakers in white or neutral colors. Not running shoes from the gym. Loafers occupy that perfect middle ground between casual and dressed up. A good pair of leather loafers can work with jeans for casual sophistication or with chinos for business casual. Women specifically mention loving loafers on men because they suggest ease and confidence. Here's what women specifically tell me they notice. They love when a man's shoes are clearly cared for. Polish when they need it, clean when they're dirty, heels in good repair, laces that aren't frayed or dirty. It shows you respect yourself and the people around you. The condition of your shoes affects how you walk and carry yourself too. Shoes in good repair with proper support help you move with confidence. Worn out shoes or shoes that don't fit properly affect your posture and gait, and women definitely notice confidence in how a man moves. Here's a practical approach that works. You don't need 20 pairs of shoes cluttering your closet. You need a few quality pairs that you maintain well. A good leather dress shoe in brown, a clean casual sneaker, maybe a versatile loafer. Keep them clean, keep them in good condition, and replace them when they're worn beyond repair. Color coordination matters more than you might think. Brown leather shoes work beautifully with navy, gray, tan, and most casual colors. Black shoes are more formal and work best with black, gray, and formal wear. Your shoes should complement your outfit, not compete with it or clash. Women also mention that they notice when a man's shoes match the occasion appropriately. Dress shoes with formal wear, clean sneakers with casual clothes, appropriate footwear for the activity and setting. This suggests you understand context and social situations. Here's something subtle but important. The quality of your shoes affects how your entire outfit is perceived. Cheap shoes can make even expensive clothes look cheaper. Quality shoes can elevate a modest outfit and make it look more expensive and intentional. Storage and care matter enormously. Use shoe trees to maintain shape. Store them properly. Clean them regularly. These habits make even moderately priced shoes look more expensive and last significantly longer. The psychological impact is real too. Good shoes make you feel more confident, which affects how you carry yourself. Women are attracted to confidence, and it starts from the ground up. But while shoes are your foundation, there's one accessory that women consistently say can instantly elevate any outfit and make a man look more sophisticated and attractive. Tip number 6. The watch statement. Now let's talk about the one accessory that women consistently say makes a man look more attractive and sophisticated. A quality watch. Here's what women tell me about watches. When a man wears a nice watch, it shows he values craftsmanship and pays attention to details. It's sophisticated without being flashy. It suggests he appreciates quality and tradition. But before you think this means spending thousands on a luxury timepiece, let me be completely clear. It's not about the price tag or the brand name. It's about choosing something that looks intentional, well-made, and appropriate for your lifestyle. For men over 40, a watch serves multiple purposes beyond just telling time. It's functional, it's stylish, and it suggests you're someone who values quality and tradition. In a world where everyone checks their phone for time, wearing a watch shows intentionality and respect for craftsmanship. Here's what actually works, and what women specifically notice. Choose a watch with a clean, classic design. Avoid anything too sporty unless you're actually being active, and skip anything too flashy or complicated with multiple multiple subdials, and busy faces. Simple, elegant, timeless designs work best. The case size is crucial, and this is where many men get it wrong. Your watch should be proportional to your wrist. Too big, and it looks like you're trying too hard or wearing a costume piece. Too small, and it looks insignificant or like a vintage piece that doesn't fit properly. The watch face should be roughly the same width as your wrist for the most flattering and natural look. The strap or bracelet matters enormously and can completely change the character of the same watch. Leather straps look more sophisticated and work well for business and formal occasions. They also age beautifully and develop character over time. Metal bracelets can work, but make sure they're quality. Cheap metal looks obviously cheap and can turn your skin green. Women specifically mention that they notice when a man's watch complements his outfit rather than competing with it. The watch should enhance your look, not dominate it or clash with other elements. Color coordination is simpler than you might think, but it makes a big difference. Brown leather straps work beautifully with brown shoes and belts, creating a cohesive look. Black straps complement black accessories and formal wear. Silver-toned watches are versatile and work with most outfits and skin tones. Gold can work beautifully, but requires more careful coordination with other metals you're wearing. Here's a practical tip that can save you money and mistakes. Invest in one really good watch rather than several mediocre ones. A quality timepiece will last decades with proper care and will always look appropriate and sophisticated, while cheap watches often look obviously cheap and need frequent replacement. The movement matters too, though most people won't know the difference visually. Automatic or mechanical movements are respected by watch enthusiasts and suggest appreciation for craftsmanship. Quartz movements are more accurate and low maintenance. Either can work well depending on your preferences and lifestyle. Women also mention that they notice when a man's watch fits properly. The strap should be snug enough that the watch doesn't slide around your wrist, but loose enough to be comfortable. You should be able to slide a finger underneath the strap, but it shouldn't be loose enough to slide up and down your forearm. Here's something interesting that women mentioned. They love when a man's watch tells a story. Maybe it's a vintage piece with history. Maybe it's something you saved up for to mark an achievement. Maybe it's a gift that has meaning. The story behind the watch is often more attractive than the price tag. The key is finding something that feels like you, not what you think will impress others, but what feels natural and comfortable on your wrist while still being elevated and intentional. Your watch should feel like a natural extension of your personal style, not like you're playing dress-up. Quality control details matter too. The crown should operate smoothly, the case should be well finished without sharp edges, the crystal should be clear and scratch-resistant. These details suggest overall quality and attention to craftsmanship. But while individual pieces and accessories are important, there's one fundamental approach to building your entire wardrobe that women say makes the biggest difference of all. Tip number 7, the investment mindset. Here's the final piece that ties everything together, and it's probably the most important mindset shift you can make about your wardrobe and how you present yourself to the world. Women consistently tell me they're attracted to men who clearly invest in themselves, not showing off wealth or trying to impress with expensive brands, but demonstrating genuine self-respect through thoughtful, intentional choices. This means completely changing how you think about buying clothes. Instead of thinking about immediate cost, think about cost per wear and long-term value. It means buying fewer pieces, but choosing them much more carefully. It means spending a bit more on items you'll wear frequently, rather than filling your closet with cheap clothes that look cheap and wear out quickly. Here's what this looks like practically. Instead of buying 5 mediocre shirts that will fade, shrink, and lose their shape after a few washes, buy 2 really good ones that will look better longer and maintain their appearance through years of wear. Instead of 3 cheap pairs of pants that fit poorly and wear out quickly, invest in 1 pair that fits perfectly, looks expensive, and will last. The math actually works strongly in your favor when you think long-term. Quality pieces last significantly longer, look better throughout their lifespan, and cost less per wear over time. Plus, women notice quality even when they can't articulate exactly what looks different about your outfit. Start with your most frequently worn items. What do you put on most often? What pieces form the foundation of your daily wardrobe? That's where your investment should go first. For most men, that's probably a good pair of dark jeans or chinos, a few quality shirts in versatile colors, and 1 versatile jacket or blazer. Women specifically mention that they can tell when a man's clothes are quality, even if they can't identify specific brands or price points. Quality fabrics drape better on the body, hold their shape through wear and washing, and just look more expensive, regardless of what you actually paid for them. Here's the secret to building a quality wardrobe without breaking the the bank. You don't need to buy everything at once. Build your quality wardrobe gradually and strategically. When you need to replace something that's worn out, choose the better option. Over time, your entire wardrobe elevates and becomes more cohesive. Focus on versatile pieces that work in multiple situations and with multiple other pieces in your wardrobe. A quality white button-down shirt works for business meetings, dinner dates, and casual weekend outings with the right styling. A well-fitted blazer can dress up jeans for casual sophistication or complete a business casual look with chinos. The investment mindset also means taking proper care of what you own, hanging clothes properly instead of throwing them over chairs, washing them according to care instructions, storing them well, using appropriate hangers, and addressing minor repairs before they become major problems. These habits make even moderately priced clothes look more expensive and last significantly longer. Women notice when a man's clothes look cared for and intentional. It suggests you care about yourself and how you present to the world, which is incredibly attractive at any age, but especially important after 40, when maturity and self-respect become more valued qualities. Here's something interesting. The investment mindset changes how you shop entirely. Instead of impulse purchases or buying things just because they're on sale, you start thinking strategically about what you actually need, what will work with what you already own, and what represents the best long-term value. Quality also affects how you feel in your clothes. Well-made garments are more comfortable, fit better, and make you feel more confident. This confidence translates into how you carry yourself, how you interact with others, and how attractive you appear. The investment approach also means being honest about your lifestyle and buying clothes that actually fit how you live. There's no point investing in formal wear if you work from home, and no point buying only casual clothes if you need to dress professionally regularly. Women mention that they're attracted to men who make thoughtful choices in all areas of their lives, and clothing choices are often the most visible indicator of this thoughtfulness. The man who chooses quality over quantity, who maintains what he owns, who dresses appropriately for occasions. These behaviors suggest he'll bring the same thoughtfulness to relationships and other important areas of life. Listen, building a wardrobe that makes you look attractive to women isn't about following every fashion trend, spending a fortune on designer labels, or trying to dress like someone half your age. It's about understanding what actually works for mature men and making thoughtful, intentional choices that reflect self-respect and confidence. Perfect fit that flatters your body, a quality signature scent, strategic use of sophisticated colors like navy, interesting textures that suggest quality, well-maintained shoes that demonstrate attention to detail, a classic watch that shows appreciation for craftsmanship, and an investment mindset that prioritizes quality over quantity. These 7 elements work together to create a look that women consistently find attractive on men over 40. The best part? None of this requires you to become someone you're not, or adopt a style that doesn't feel authentic. It's about becoming the most polished, confident, and intentional version of yourself. Your clothes won't just change how others see you, they'll change how you see yourself. And that confidence, that sense of self-respect and intentionality, that's what women find most attractive of all. If you found these insights helpful and want more specific guidance on building a wardrobe that works for your lifestyle and budget, make sure to subscribe for more content like this. I'm constantly talking to women about what they actually find attractive in how men dress, and I share those real insights here. And I'm genuinely curious, which of these 7 elements surprised you most? What's the one change you're planning to make first? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one, and your questions and experiences often inspire future content that helps other men in similar situations. Remember, you don't need to be the best dressed man in every room. You just need to be intentional, confident, and authentic to who you are. Those qualities, combined with these wardrobe strategies, will serve you well in every area of your life.